Okay, so I just want to pop in here and give you all an update on what I think after today's full moon. That full moon, as I told you yesterday, didn't officially get to the 0 degree till around 4:30 end of the day. But however, we were still in full moon energy, and we will continue to be in that energy for the next day or so. 3 days before and after are the days I'm looking for those full moon, new moon pushes, and we definitely had some movement today. We were talking about last video how it was kind of a boring waning period. Not a lot of volume came in, and I was hoping this full moon could kind of change a little bit of that. So I'm just going to go through quickly of all the charts we've been looking at. So GameStop didn't have any type of, I mentioned that too, that it didn't really look like, it would look a little neutral pretty much. And we got 2%, or today we are actually 4%. So a little bit, more than just neutral. It was a little bit of a dip today, but I mean, 4% on GameStop, what's new? Either way. But we can see here, if we look at this new moon right here, the high on that new moon was 3105 and we're at 3102. So I would imagine we might bounce tomorrow and kind of stay above that area, or we're gonna test that $30 range, maybe come down to this support line all the way to 28 during this waning period before we see a bounce into the waxing period. Okay. But yeah, I mean, a small drop on low volume day. It wasn't like a big volume day on a full moon drop, right? So I'm not too worried about that being a continuation, really. Still pretty neutral on GameStop. Kind of looking to see a change of volume, right? Let's see. Looking at Amy, as mentioned, it did look like Amy was going to have a full moon drop, and it did have one. Finished off almost negative 7%. Did have the increase of volume on it, and it did break some of the bands in the VWAP. So we definitely have to watch out for a continuation on this drop potentially. But again, a lot of times these full moons represent a bottom for Amy. But we did have that increase of volume today that I didn't necessarily care for to the sell side. Okay. Let's see. SPY looks like it got a little bit of a small little bounce today. Interesting day for SPY. So it had some buying volume come in, and it had like a little candle that shows some hope for a reversal here. So it's indecisive, but it's at the top of that indecisive candle. So I'm looking for SPY to kind of hover around these areas. Remember, it is a waning period, so it's not a strong period for volume typically. Now we do have some news catalysts this week for Trump and all that good stuff, but I would say that this was a sign for potential reversal, just because it was heading down a downtrend, and then on a full moon it got got a little bit green, hopefully for a reversal on SPY. Time will tell. We do have catalysts for SPY this week. Now Tesla, we were hoping that it would bounce off of this trail line that we're working off of here, and it's still making a higher high. So I do like Tesla a lot. Great bounce today, and I think it went another 2% on the after hours. So I had like a 4% day. Tesla definitely looks interesting for a continuation. Seeing the volume come in, if we see more volume tomorrow, I could definitely see maybe a push tomorrow and then an even bigger push the following day. Tesla does like to go Tesla after it makes a full moon pop. Sometimes I would say more than likely it's going to keep going if it doesn't represent a top. So here was already gone on our uptrend, so it kind of stalled out after the full moon pop. Here it did make a full moon pop, consolidated before popping again. Here it had a small little full moon 2% day, and then it kept going for continuation. Kind of can say that there as well. No pop on that full moon. Here's another 2%. Oh no, that was a pretty neutral day, but then again after that full moon it kept going. Okay, you see here had a full moon pop and it kept going. Okay, so Tesla does like his full moon pop continuations that I am looking for in Tesla, and again it's popping off that trail line. Volume looks pretty decent, and yeah, Tesla could be pulling up here for a nice little run into this new moon, which is often done as well. Okay, going over to Bitcoin. Bitcoin's definitely been stagnant this waxing period, and today it did get a little closer to the Bollinger mid band here. However, you know, we can't really say much has happened. We do have a little bit of a increase in volume actually for this full moon, so I do like that. Big, what is that? Is that the hammer candle? Is that what it's called, or dragonfly candle? But definitely a reversal candle right on top of that full moon. So I would be looking for hopefully getting some volume in the Bitcoin and maybe a full moon continuation pop here. We'll see, but I could definitely see it crossing this band, maybe going green on the MACD. It's at a pretty neutral spot on the RSI. So let's say, for example, tomorrow it gets a little bit of a green day. I would say even the following day we could see another pop or an actual full moon pop. You know, let the energy build a little bit here. Okay, so okay, Donald Trump, DJT did wonders. I've been telling you guys that DJT does like the full moons a lot. You never know with DJT, and right before Trump gets in office, it gets a mega 21% pop. Definitely looks like we continue on this one. It just surpassed the upper Bollinger Bands today, bulging out. Just went green on the MACD, and look at that volume on this full moon. Definitely looks like Trump can get a continuation. Honestly, today I picked up some $50 calls this week just to see what's good. But most of my calls I'm sitting on most of my calls for the 24th expiration. And then BB is still kind of having a neutral. So it's in this box that we've been talking about, where it filled the gap, and until BB leaves that box, up or down, that's the direction I'm going to pick on it. Today's full moon, it had a little bit of a drop. However, it stayed in that box. The volume kind of stayed the same, and that can still go at any moment, in my personal opinion. Okay, so hopefully this helped. Hopefully it's DD help. Hopefully this gave you some ideas on what to do, or you know, kind of what to look out for. Some of these opportunities definitely presented themselves that look like put opportunities. Maybe some of you guys have capitalized on that. And some of them look like really good call opportunities, like DJT and potentially Tesla. Okay, again, GameStop's looking pretty neutral. It hasn't really decided to do anything yet, and AMI, we're still looking for signs of that reversal. So I will keep you guys updated. I'm feeling a little bit better today, so I wanted to update you guys. I'm Jason Alexander, Blue Moon and Neptune, here to help you navigate through the illusion of life. You're watching Mark Moon Alert, where we merge and mix with the stars. Don't forget to hit the like, and if you're new here, subscribe for DD you can't get anywhere else. Until next time, peace.